Hello, and welcome to the e-learning self-help video training series for the online requisitioning system. In this session, I will demonstrate the process used to create a requisition and self-service banner. My name is Kevin Schramm. I am a purchasing agent with the Office of Procurement. For this training series, we are going to submit a requisition to purchase a new microwave oven for the Office of Procurement. So let's get started. First, you'll need to go to Internet Explorer version 8. Go to MyMC, enter your credentials, and click the Submit button. Once you have successfully logged into MyMC, scroll down on the first page to the Employee Quick Links box. Look for Banner Web and click on that link. Once in Banner Web, you will see a series of tabs towards the top of the page. Click on the Finance tab. Once in Finance, you will see a series of links. Look for Requisition and click on that. Now we are at our blank requisition page. In later video series, I will show you some tips and tricks, such as how to search for requisitions in process and how to use templates to create recs further down the road. As you can see, the transaction date and delivery date have defaulted to the current date. You can leave those as is or change as you need, but you can't go backwards in time. The vendor ID is not a required field. This is a field that procurement will use when we process the purchase order, as well as the address type and address sequence. Those are also fields we will use in procurement when we process the purchase order. What we do need you to fill out is the vendor contact. So for example, we're buying a microwave. I went and shopped around and I saw a microwave I like at Best Buy. So I'm going to enter in Best Buy as my vendor contact. And then I dealt with a salesperson. I want to enter that person's name so you can contact them about their purchase order information. As you can see, my name has defaulted in because I am logged into MyMC. It is not required that you put in your email. However, it is helpful if we have questions, we can quickly look it up. Also, the requester phone and fax are not required, but it is helpful if you enter that information so we can contact you if we have questions about your requisition. Chart of accounts is required, and that defaults to letter M. You should not have to put that in there. It should be hard-coded when you go into the requisition system. Your organization code. This is a required field. This is a 6-digit department code that you will put in. So for example, I'm going to use our procurement's account to purchase this microwave. So I'm going to enter our organization code, 225000. You can leave currency code blank at none and discount code blank at none. Those are fields procurement will use when processing the purchase order. The ship to code is required, and this you will enter in either a 2-digit building code or a 4-digit building code. 2-digit building codes are used for campus buildings. 4-digit codes are used for off-campus sites, such as OITB, or 40 West Goody, or Gaithersburg, or Wheaton Plaza. So, procurement office is located in the Manakee building. I'm going to use the building code MK and hit tab. As you can see, the attention to defaulted to my name, but I don't want it delivered to me. I want it delivered to Lisa Dyer in our office. So I'm going to type her name. Here's a comment section. You can use this. However, there's only so many characters you can put in this field. So you can type short little comments like, please call. That's about it. I think you get about 40 characters. If you want to put a lot more detail and information, click on document text. Here you'll see 2 boxes. Enter document text print and no print. The only difference between the two is print will print on the purchase order, no print will not. And anything typed in no print will only be visible to the procurement office. You could type some information here. Please get the 2.0 cubic foot model. And hit save, then you can exit that. So we have enter document text. Now we come down to where we enter the commodity descriptions. Very important. Do not use commodity code. We do not use that code. We use commodity descriptions. So we will simply type in, we want a GE countertop microwave. Here we have unit of measure. Most oftentimes we use each, the letter E, as our unit of measure. But if you click this down arrow, you will see there are an assortment of different units of measures. There's kits, lots, ounces, months, packs, packages, ounces. But like I said, in the most part we use each. So we're going to say each. I want one microwave. It's going to cost $500. And that's it. Don't need to put a discount amount or additional amount. Please leave those blank. Even if the vendor puts in a discount amount on their quote, it's better if you just put the total price at the end. After we've done this, click on Commodity Validate. Here you see, when we did that, it brought us back to the top of the page. We'll scroll down. If we had an error message, it would have shown right here. Right now we have no error messages as we've entered everything required and correctly. What has changed, now we have calculated commodity amounts based on the information we entered here. Now we need to enter in our accounting information. You'll see there's two radio buttons, dollars and percents. I'll show you the difference between those two in 1 second after I enter in our accounting information. The first required field is, again, the letter M. Remember we saw that up here where it defaulted in? Down here it doesn't default in. We have to manually enter M. Then we have to enter the rest of our chart string or our accounting codes. So I'm going to enter our fund, 1110, our org that we used, 225000. 6201 is the account I'm going to charge this to, and I have a program code. If you have an activity code, enter that as well. Now, the accounting code is the total dollar amount that I'm going to charge to this account string. As we see that my total is $500, I'm going to type $500. Now here's where the radio buttons come into play. Right now I have percents clicked, so I should put in here 100%. I want 100% of this charge to go against this account. If I have the dollars clicked, then I need to put the dollar amount that I want charged to this account. So if I click dollars, I want to make sure I put in the total dollars. If I click percent, I want to click the percent. So percents are used when you're using multiple accounts to pay for one item. For example, if we were splitting this cost between two departments, I would have one account string here, and I would put percents, I would put 50, and then I would type in another account code. And as you can see, we're going to split the cost 50% each way. But for this requisition, I'm just going to use one department's account to pay for this new microwave we're going to have in our office. So I'm going to put percents, and I'm going to put 100. Now, I can hit save and process if I want to work on it some more, or I'm going to hit complete. First, let's hit validate and see what happens. Validate's going to check everything, make sure we did everything correctly. So let's hit validate. Look at this. I got a check mark saying document validated with no errors. The nice thing about this system is if we made an error or did not enter a required field, we will get an error message telling us what we did wrong. We simply correct what we did wrong, and then we can click validate again. Now that I know everything is done correctly, I'm going to hit the complete button. Now, very important here. Notice it's given me a requisition number, R3754. has been completed and forwarded it to the approval process. Write down that number. That's your requisition. It's being sent to the next approver. So if you are the administrative aide, you've submitted it. Now it's going to run and go to the approver for them to approve. Stay tuned for our next video series. I'll show you some tips and tricks and what to look for and how to search for the progress of your requisition. Thank you.